Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create your own presets in Adobe Lightroom. The very first thing we're going to do is come down to our dock here and click on this little icon that has the letters LR in it. Once it's loaded up, we're going to come up to the top left of your screen here, click File, and click Import Photos and Video, or if you'd rather use the hotkeys, you can press Command, Shift, and I on your keyboard. And then we're just going to pick a few pictures we like from our personal library. If you don't want to upload all of your photos, you can just click on this little checkbox right here and it'll deselect all of them. And we're just going to pick a couple of pictures to edit today. Let's do this one and this one. Okay, so once you have your pictures selected, we're going to come down to the bottom right of your screen here and click Import. Once your pictures are imported, you can select whichever one you'd like to edit, and then we're going to come up here to the Develop tab. Now you'll see on the left side of your screen that there are already a bunch of presets saved by Adobe Lightroom. We're not really going to use those today because we want to create our own presets. So over here you'll have all your editing tools. We're going to come up to the basics first, and we're going to fix the temperature a little bit, maybe warm it up, and adjust the tint, maybe give it a more pinkish tint. And then down under tone, we can adjust the exposure and the contrast. We can also individually edit the parts that make up the contrast, like the highlights, the shadows, the whites in the picture, and the blacks. So you can see that the edits I've made so far have already really lightened up this photo. Down here for the presence, you can clarify your photo to make everything look a little bit sharper. You can haze your photo to make it look kind of blurry and foggy, or you can dehaze it. We're going to dehaze it just a little bit. We're going to decrease the vibrance just a touch and increase the saturation. Once you're done with your basics, you can come down here to the tone curve and really get into those specific parts. And you'll see as you edit these parts down here, it'll adjust the curve up here. Okay. And then we're going to come down here to HSL/color and change up the luminance. You'll see if you select a certain color, it'll affect those like undertones in the picture to the specific parts of it. Like as I'm editing the red, it's making the coat darker, it's making the caboose darker. So we're actually just going to leave it alone. And the oranges affects actually the entire picture and the skin tone. We're going to brighten it up just a bit. And the yellows you can see over here is affecting the tree. So maybe we'll brighten it up just a bit. And the greens also affect the tree. We'll darken those to make that stand out. Aqua doesn't really do much, so we're just going to kind of leave it alone. Blue, you can see, affects the sky. So we'll actually lighten that up a little bit. Purple affects his shirt and the sky as well. So we'll lighten that up just a smidge. And the magenta affects the sky and the coat again. So let's do right here. Okay, once that's all done, we can come down here to split toning. And as you adjust the hue and the saturation, you'll see that it really changes the tint a lot to the picture. So we're going to do this. And the same thing for the shadows happens as well. And we can come down here to detail and sharpen the details in the picture a lot, or not at all. And we can increase the luminance to reduce the kind of not so good parts of the picture, I guess you could call it. But you can see that it really softens some of the details over here. We're going to skip over lens corrections. I don't really use those very often, but you can play around with them if you'd like. And we're going to come down here to effects. Now, I like to add grain to my pictures to kind of give it a more vintage, kind of worn look. Increase the size of the grain and the roughness just a little bit. Okay, and these are all the edits that I usually do to my pictures. So once you've made all your edits, you're going to come up to the top left of your screen, click on Develop, and either click New Preset or use the hotkeys Command-Shift-N. And then it's going to ask you to name your preset. So for this purpose, we're just going to name it after ourselves. And it'll be saved under User Presets down here. As you can see, I already have a preset created. And then it'll actually save all your settings in here, all the ones that are checkmarked. So once you have all your edits done, just come down here and click Create. And then to double check and make sure it has all the edits we like, we're going to come over to Library, click on another picture, go back to Develop, and we're going to click on our preset over here, and it made all the edits. Okay, and that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you found this really useful. Thank you.